Hey guys, so today this video is going to be a little bit different. This is kind of a follow-on video from one I did a while ago. The follow-on from the video is my whispered story time of the first D&D game I ever did. Now this is the actual story about how I left that campaign. It's not exactly the best end to a campaign. It kind of got very slow for me, that campaign. I did enjoy it, just a few things got a little bit annoying, so I'm going to actually tell you how I kind of left in a bit of style. So the campaign started the way it did, and we all found out that that was just a dream. So the campaign went on where we needed to find out what this creature was, what was happening, and we were led to this city, and the city had impenetrable walls and different things like that, and we found out we couldn't get in. So we decided to go back to the main city. Now my character was a soldier in the army from the main city, so he had some kind of pull in the city. Now we'd gone to the city to kind of supply, see what we could find out, and with the DM we decided that we needed to get some money, we needed to get some coin. So he'd set up a few different kind of like side quests we can go on. So what we decided to do instead was we all decided to split up and go and do one of these little quests each. They were all around the city. He wasn't expecting that we'd split up, so in the end we all did one campaign, one little quest. And mine was to go and help some courtesans retrieve some money they were owed. So I went off and was helped by one of the courtesan's bodyguards. I had to go and retrieve some money from a gladiatorial fighter. Now this gladiatorial fighter was very tough, very tough. I was down to quite a few like very low hit points. And luckily I was able to inspire some of the other gladiators who were around, some of the weaker ones, to join in on myself having to attack this like champion, and we eventually beat him, took his money. I didn't actually kill him, I just beat him with the help of the other gladiators, and we advised him not to go back to that place of business. So I went back and spoke to the person. Now my whole idea had been not to get as much coin as I could, and instead gather allies. I thought that would be more important further down the road, so what I decided to do was refuse the reward that they offered and only take the gold from what I'd received from which I'd stolen from the champion, which is actually quite a lot bigger than the reward, so I wasn't really losing that much. So we went off, and I think this was about 2 days before the main game, and when we came back to the main game we were expecting to all meet up at the tavern, and one of the characters didn't, and at this point I was kind of like, oh, you're absolutely joking. So me and one of the other characters, we went up to the kind of jail, and we said, right, what's happened now? This character had decided theirs had been to try and retrieve some rare rare knives for a cook that had been stolen. He'd retrieved them and had then decided to try and steal them himself, and he'd gotten caught by the person who he was trying to get them for, because he thought he could sell them for more than what the reward was, and had got himself caught. And in the end we'd done everything we could to get him out legally, well, illegally, and there was just no way we could have done it. So in the end we had to pay his bail, which at the time was just more than what we'd all earned. So we'd all done side quests. I think there was 5 of us in the party, and I think we'd earned about 200-ish gold each. I think his bail was set at around 1,000, if I remember correctly. It was a while ago now. So at that point I was like, I'm really annoyed I've just done all that work almost literally lost my character to get that gold, and then just because he thought he could get more, which at the end the reward was pretty good and wasn't that much off what they were going to be worth, the knife set that is. And so I went and I took him and cracked him across the back of the head and got him out of jail. We bailed him out, and he wouldn't stop going on. The character just wouldn't stop going on. So by the time we got back to the tavern, my character was just so annoyed because my character was one of those, he does hard work but he expects to be paid for what he does, and doesn't like it when someone goes against what they said they were going to do and what has been agreed. So in the end, in a fit of rage, because this character just wouldn't stop going on, he took out his sword and stabbed him straight through the back. And then he left. He just left. And that was where I left the campaign, because at that point I took time to go and get that gold so we could get the supplies, so we could get back to the original city we were meant to. And it just got to me. I've moved on a lot since then with like characters and certain things, and D&D doesn't annoy me like that as much as it used to. You've really got to gel with the players around your table. If you don't, it's just difficult sometimes, but it was a good game. I think I went out not on best terms with the character or with the party that I was with, but it was remembered, so that was good anyway. But yeah, so that's the D&D story time of how I left my first campaign. Guy got arrested, made us bail him out, wouldn't stop going on about it, so my character stabbed him, and then I left. I found out the campaign didn't continue much longer after that, so yeah, it was good anyway. It was good while it lasted. I've done a few one-shots with the DM. The DM's fantastic. I can't fault the DM. The DM was absolutely brilliant. But anyway, that's my D&D story. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like these, leave a comment or a like down below and I'll do some more in the future. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Alright guys.